Greetings, YouTube friends. I'm Joyce.
I'm Gene.
From Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead. And today we are in the kitchen. I hope this video finds you all well and in good health. Today we are going to show you how to make a natural hand sanitizer. I know with all that is going on in the world right now, there seems to be a run on certain things, toilet paper being one of them. Go figure.
Hand
anyway,
sanitizer.
Yeah, hand sanitizer is a big one. We don't use the store-bought hand sanitizer, and I want to show you an alternative, or quite a few alternatives. I have 4 that I want to share with you, just because you know, there's no more to be found. And I know that the stuff that's out there, the antibacterial stuff, isn't really good for you. Our skin is like a sponge. Mm-hmm. Everything we put on our skin goes directly into our body. So there's no reason to use the stuff in the store when you can make your own. So with the scare that's going on with the coronavirus about getting sick, we thought that we would show you an alternative.
Yes. That's why we want to show you how to make a natural hand sanitizer without all the chemicals in it, and it's much better for you the natural way.
And since there's none available, we're going to show you how to make it so that you can have it on hand. Mm-hmm. I did a video, I think I told you about that one, with Colloidal Silver. And Colloidal Silver kills over 800 different viruses. This is one hand sanitizer in itself. So first of all, what we're going to do is we are going to stick Colloidal Silver in a spray bottle, and that is going to be one of our hand sanitizers. That is so good to have with you when you are, these are just little bottles that we got at Walmart for 98 cents. 98 cents. So it can be kept in your purse, your diaper bag. This is perfect for when you are touching the shopping cart at Walmart. You can spray the toilet if your child is going to sit on the toilet, which we never have our children sit on the toilet. My daughter to this day says, the reason we have such strong thighs is because Mom threatened us if we sat on the toilet we were going to be in trouble, so we had to squat. But anyway, if you have little ones and you don't happen to have a toilet seat cover, use Colloidal Silver. Spray the toilet. It will kill everything on there. Spray it on your hands. Spray the shopping cart with it. This is simply amazing.
Tell me about Colloidal Silver.
Yeah, you can.
Well, they used to use silver to help stop the spread of disease in the olden days. That's why they used to put, before they had refrigeration, they would put a silver dollar in the bottle of milk to keep it fresh. And that's why they had silverware. It wasn't just for the fancy rich people. It was on purpose that they had silver forks and knives and spoons. That was to help keep bacteria from growing and with your food. So this Colloidal Silver is amazing.
It is such good stuff. So if you don't happen to have a machine like we do, and Colloidal Silver is very expensive in the health food store, we're going to give you some cheaper alternatives. But if you happen to have Colloidal Silver or you have a machine, this is your hand sanitizer. You don't need anything else. This is it. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you peroxide and lemon juice. 50-50. Okay, peroxide, a bottle this size is 88 cents. Stock up on this for long-term, like your food storage. This is perfect for your medicine cabinet. 88 cents, you gargle with it if you have a sore throat. You can even swallow this stuff, it won't hurt you. Okay,
Brush your teeth.
so I realized I'm almost out of lemon juice, so we're just going to do as much lemon juice as I have. Well, I want to see how much I have lemon juice wise, and then we're going to do the same amount of peroxide. If you happen to be sensitive to lemon, you know, lemon juice because it's a little bit strong, you can do less lemon juice and more peroxide.
It's not going to make a chemical reaction. Huh?
Nope, no chemical reaction there. This is 2 healthy items. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and stick that in our jar. And same way, you know, spray it on your hands, spray it on car doors, your cell phone, whatever you are touching on a regular basis, that might even be too much to put in there.
Well,
But, so 50-50, 50% peroxide, 50% lemon juice. And it has to be real lemon juice. Oh yeah, we probably have enough to fill 2 jars. Okay, so that is another alternative to the garbage hand sanitizer. Peroxide and lemon juice, guys. Again, that can go in your purse or your diaper bag. Okay, so that's 2. There's the Colloidal Silver and the lemon juice. Now we are going to do, let me see here, the tea tree oil and lavender and witch hazel. Witch hazel is amazing stuff. Years ago, grandmothers used witch hazel for
Everyone used witch
everything.
hazel, yes.
Absolutely everything.
Yes, and it's very inexpensive.
Well, we happened to find some on the shelf at Walmart for $8, and we thought, surely there's got to be less. There's got to be some that was less. This one was $1.98.
Yes.
So see, very inexpensive. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill this one 2/3 of the way with witch hazel, and then I'm going to put tea tree oil and lavender in there, and a tiny bit of coconut oil is our carrier oil. Okay, so you can fill that 2/3 of the way. Okay, and it's only 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. So a very small amount. And ours has solidified, which is fine. I'm gonna let this sit out on the counter and it will turn to a liquid again. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to put this in there, just a little coconut oil. Coconut oil is antimicrobial. It is antifungal. It is just good for absolutely everything. I think that if you had nothing else but coconut oil and you put that on your hands, it would do the trick as well. Okay, so then we're gonna put 10 drops of tea tree oil. And like I said, that may look funny right now because the coconut oil is solidified, but that will liquefy once it sits out on the counter. Okay, so we're going to do 10 drops. This happens to not have a dropper on it, so I'm going to do this very carefully. I think I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to let you do the 10 drops.
Oh. Does it come out fast?
It does. And you know what? It's tea tree oil. It doesn't matter. You don't really, it really doesn't matter how much you put in there because it's just fine. Yeah, that's probably about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Yeah. that went real quick. Okay, tea tree oil, and then we're going to do 4 drops of lavender. And this happens to have a dropper, so it's a little bit easier. I'll let you do that one as well. And then we put the coconut oil in there, and we are going to go ahead and let that solidify, or not solidify, but liquefy. 4.
That was easy.
Okay. So I'm going to stick the lid on this.
I'm gonna stir it.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the coconut oil up into the sprayer yet until I let it sit out. So here's another one. That one we didn't fill all the way to the top. We probably could have put a little bit more witch hazel in there. So that is tea tree oil. You can put thieves in there as well. Thieves is an excellent oil that comes with a story about, hello Millie. She's in here wanting to be part of this. That during the, was it the bubonic plague? That there was, I guess that the plague had broken out and there were a few men, they called them thieves, and they had this particular oil that has cloves, it has cinnamon, it has nutmeg. Oh, it is simply amazing. But anyway, they made this little oil and they had it on them, and they were the only ones that did
That
not
didn't
break
get sick.
out with this.
Yes.
And they were stealing everything, so they called them thieves, so they gave that oil that name. I probably botched that story, but it's kind of, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But anyway, okay, so now we're gonna start another one, and this is the Olivera one. I want you to know, guys, we went to 4 different stores trying to get Olivera
sold
gel.
out everywhere.
There was
Aloe Vera
nothing
gel.
available. And then we realized we still had some at home, so I was happy about that. So this one is going to be made with 3 tablespoons of Aloe Vera gel. And we are going to use, let me see here. Okay, Witch Hazel. So we're going to use some Witch Hazel and Aloe Vera gel. This one's going to probably be the messiest one, if we can get it to come out. So anyway, Aloe Vera gel is not available. If you needed Aloe Vera gel, I'm just saying it's going to be hard to find. You're probably going to have to take a skewer or something and push that down. Let's see here. Well, I think we have one in here.
I'm using the back end of a fork here.
Okay, I think I have a skewer for you.
Yeah.
But there is no more hand sanitizer on the shelves. There's no more toilet paper to be found. No more aloe vera gel, because I think what's happening is people realize that there's no more hand sanitizer, so they're starting to make their own. But we wanted to give you these recipes just so that you, if you happen to have these things at home, you can make your own. There's no reason to buy the stuff at the store or worry that, oh no, there's no hand sanitizer available. Okay, we'll get it out yet. Oops.
Okay.
And if you happen to have an aloe vera plant and you don't have aloe vera gel, you can use that as well. Okay. Well, most of it's ending up on the counter, but that's all right. Okay. There we go. 3 tablespoons of aloe vera gel. And then we are going to use 2 tablespoons of Witch Hazel. Were you able to get that in there?
Yeah, it's slowly going in there.
Okay. And you can get bigger spray bottles than these. I just thought these were perfect for your diaper bag or your purse or to keep in the car, because you want to have these with you. Especially now, you want to make sure that you have something with you at all time. Okay, so now we are going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E. Okay, you want to put
Let's put this
the funnel back on there. And vitamin E is so good for you that you could actually put that in any one of your hand sanitizers if you wanted. Vitamin E just is very soothing. Okay, so this one requires a few more ingredients, so that's why we started with the easiest and moved up. So anyway, now we need 2 tablespoons of Witch Hazel. Okay, 2 tablespoons of Witch Hazel, 20 drops of tea tree oil, and 10 of the lavender. So we're just going to pour a little bit in there, not worry. That's probably about, maybe a little bit more. It's all good. Tea tree oil is good for you.
How much
And lavender, we needed 10 drops. There we go, 10 drops.
Perfect.
And you could, like, again, like this one, probably add a little bit more.
Is that it?
Yeah. We could add more Witch Hazel to it if we wanted. This kind of made a 1/2 batch, which is fine. Okay, so look at that, guys. There is the 1 ingredient, which is Colloidal Silver, the 2 ingredient, which is Peroxide and lemon juice. This one had 4 ingredients. It is Witch Hazel, coconut oil, tea tree oil, and lavender. And this one had more like 6 ingredients. And this is the Witch Hazel. You can use, if you don't have Witch Hazel, you can use rubbing alcohol, but we try not to because it dries out your hands. And not that Witch Hazel isn't a drying agent, also it is, but it's a little bit healthier for you. And so then tea tree oil, lavender oil, vitamin E, and you don't have to put vitamin E, but you can. And you could put the thieves oil in here if you wanted to instead of tea tree oil.
Tea tree.
So you could do that. And because this is a little bit thicker, I think we're going to add more Witch Hazel, because it's not going to hurt you in any way, because that is not going to be able to come out otherwise. So we're going to fill it all the way to the top. Just because you want to be able to spray it. You want to be able to spray it, so. Okay. That looks a little bit better. This is going to be easier to spray. And you know what? Play around with what you think works best for you. There we go. Look how pretty that is. And, you know, go with that. But we wanted to, you know, just share with you a couple of recipes. We don't want any of you to be in fear. We should not live in fear. You know, the Lord is there to protect us throughout all of this, so we don't need to fear anything. Even running out of toilet paper. I was just telling Jean, well, you know, if worse comes to worse, we have washcloths. You know, we thought about that. I said, you know, when our children were little, I used washcloths instead of baby wipes. I made some baby wipes because we didn't like the harsh chemicals, but I used washcloths, and then I kept a bucket and I just put that in there, and then I just did a load of laundry with cloth diapers and washcloths. So we're not worried. I mean, to some that may sound disgusting, but you know what? If worse came to worse, we would cut those up and we would be able to wipe our bottoms. We're not worried. We're not worried about toilet paper. Right now we're worried about, or not worried, but what we're concerned about is just keeping our hands clean. And if you know, if you happen to touch something, car doors, you know, if you're out at a restaurant. Shopping cart is a number one. Spray your hands, you know, toilet seat, whatever you're touching, your cell phone, clean it off. You know, just keep your immune system healthy. Just do that elderberry syrup, do that fire cider, do the Colloidal Silver. Just take care of yourselves. But anyway, there's no reason to fear. You know, there's no reason to fear at all. I think that people are just getting on the bandwagon, don't you think? And getting concerned and getting nervous. But
yeah, this is one of the reasons why we homestead, is to try to grow as much of our own food and not have to deal with the world and the unhealthy choices out there, and just try to be prepared as much as you can. And but don't worry, and
do not worry and don't fear. Here's the sanitizer. But anyway, guys, we just wanted to share this with you, and so that, you know, if you happen to go out to the store and realize, oh no, there's no more hand sanitizer, what are we going to do? You can make your own. So here's 4 choices. You know, pick whichever one works for you, and let us know how it works for you. We'd really like to know, you know, if there's one in particular that worked really good for you. And if you ever need any Colloidal Silver, hit us up. We make it. But anyway, guys, if you like what you see,
hit that like button.
Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. And until next time, guys, God bless.
God bless you.